Hi, my name's Gavin Prest. Welcome to my small part of the internet. I wanted to make this short introductory video to introduce myself and introduce the channel. I'm an East Yorkshire lad, I live on the coast, I've lived here all my life, and I started to shoot pictures again seriously in 2012. I started my photographic career, as many of us do, at a local camera club, and that taught me the basics of photography, shooting black and white film and shooting transparency film. I now shoot digitally, and hopefully in future videos I'll be able to share why I shoot with the equipment that I shoot with now. The reason I've decided to do this channel and go down the video route is because, probably like many of you, I've searched through YouTube for hours and hours looking for certain information, and I've had to watch videos that are 30 minutes long with all the information that you need in the last 5 to 10 minutes. That sort of is hard work and takes up a lot of your time, and time is precious these days. So I wanted to make videos that are direct, pointful, full of as much information as I can get in, and information that you'll be able to use to help move your photography forward. I'm not looking to start a channel that's got hundreds of thousands of subscribers, because I'm not interested in bragging about subscribers. What I'm interested in is talking to you people who are seriously interested in the art of photography, people who want to learn from me. That's an absolute pleasure to share my information with you. I'm not looking to appeal to the masses, and I don't think I will appeal to the masses. My work doesn't appeal to the masses. You know, it's not about that. It's about giving people the information they need to move their photography in the direction they want it to go in. The reason I'm so passionate about photography is the ability it gives me, because I can't paint and I can't draw, but I've got a technical creative brain, which is unusual, I think, in some respects, as a lot of people have one or the other. But photography, as I say, gives me this ability to appeal and play with people's imaginations. The images I produce now come out of my head, obviously, but I have a starting point, and sometimes when people look at your work, they go somewhere completely different. They put up their personal aspect into looking at the image, and that's fascinating for me. The whole point of creating an image, to be honest, in my opinion, is to stop people. An image has to either do two things to you. It has to make you fall in love with it, or it has to make you sort of hate it. Both are equal in the emotional stakes, in my opinion, in that if you stop and fall in love with it, there's a reason for that. If you stop, look at it and hate it, there's also a reason for that. If you just walk straight past it, the image has not worked for you whatsoever. So those 2 points are fascinating, and the 2 points that I will aim at. You know, people get upset looking at images, people fall in love with images. Fantastic. And it's the ability to be able to do that with a camera that really appeals to me. I want to share my thoughts with you. I want to share my thoughts on portrait photography, fashion photography, narrative-based photography such as my own, and give you an understanding of what it is. I want to help you develop a style as well. You know, people say to me quite often, Gavin, you've got such a recognisable style. Where's that come from? Well, your style is subconscious, it's within you. All you've got to do is learn how to get it out, and I hopefully will be able to help you with that. I want to talk to you about entering competitions. It's not everybody's cup of tea, but a lot of people enjoy competitions, and I want to explain to you why judges look for what they do. I judge internationally, and I have judged through a criteria. I want to share that criteria with you and give you an understanding of how competition works. I also want to cover qualification. I'm involved in a lot of the photographic qualifications, from basically a Q or an L through the LA and onto the F's or Master Craftsman. I'm a member of the Guild of Photographers, and we judge with Q for Qualified, C for Craftsman, and MC for Master Craftsman. There's a whole process involved And this applies to a lot of the different organisations, but it's something that, you know, people can explain to you. And once they explain to you how it works, it makes a lot more sense, and it's not the dark art that some people think it maybe is. I want to do small gear reviews. There certainly won't be any unboxing videos on this channel. I think we're all quite capable of unboxing a product, and we don't particularly want to look at polystyrene mouldings where whole things in place in boxes. So my gear reviews are going to be, again, pointful. They're going to be from a hands-on usage perspective or user perspective. I'm not going to go into fine detail in these reviews about how many pieces of glass or how many elements are in the lens, how sharp it is in the corners to the pixel. If you are a person that likes to know how sharp a lens is in its extremities, right in the corners, and you look for that in your work, these may not be the gear reviews for you. I'm not sponsored by anybody on these videos, so they will be unbiased, they will be real, and also I want to cover why I use what I use, what my thoughts are behind changing camera bodies, changing lenses, which I don't do very often now. I have, you know, the basics of what I need to create what I create. But I will sort of talk about my cameras, I will talk about the studio lighting I use, studio modifiers, and things like that. I also hope to do lots of different types of shoot. Obviously, learning how to make video is quite an interesting proposition. It's a little bit different from making stills, I can tell you. And I've learned an awful lot in the last few months about how to try. Maybe not, you might look at this video and think, well, this hasn't been very successful. You've got a lot to learn, and I will be the first to agree that I have a lot to learn about making films. But what I want to do is to try and make location shoot films based on, obviously, me out creating what I do when I go to work in the stately homes and the places that I tend to shoot in. So I want to try and do location videos, and I have no idea how I'm going to do that, but we'll give it a go, so watch this space. I also want to do studio-based lighting tutorials, which will be probably a little bit easier for me, because I'm in a confined environment and I don't need half a dozen people to set up a crew to work with me. So I hopefully we'll be able to do things like that for you. You know, where you'll see how I set up a shot, you will see why I set up the shot and explain why I set up the shot. You'll be able to see what I'm shooting with, how I put my lighting, what modifiers I'm using, so that hopefully this will help you move your photography studio-based work forward. The most important aspect of making all these videos, or hopefully making all these videos, is to appeal to the people that are interested in listening to me, interested in working with me, and learning from me. I want to help you take your photography to where you want it to be, and all those people who are in love with the art of being creative with photography.